Whatever.
Hi Playmates, how are you? It's Airship here. Hope you have been doing well. It's been crazy busy for me lately, but that's all part of the fun, isn't it? So I wanted to share with you kind of like my lazy everyday routine for Exos Heroes. So as you know, I have been regularly playing Exos Heroes. Probably not as much as I used to, but it is definitely one of the games that I am still quite enjoying. So I want to share with you what I do kind of on a regular daily basis when I'm not actually like really going into the content, but fulfilling all my duties as a fellow player to make sure that my heroes are staying in touch with me and I guess continue to grow. So the first thing is I kind of check out all the events that usually pops up here. There doesn't seem to be anything like too interesting. Like I said, mentioned before, I hope that they're going to be doing some kind of really cool event soon. I know that you released this Memorial Saga. I'm really looking forward to doing it. I think it has to connect a little bit with Exos Saga, which is like the prequel game sort of somewhat to Exos Heroes that Line Games had worked on before. Okay, so this is sad news. We're starting off with a blank screen. I haven't actually gotten these in a while. I know that a lot of you guys have issues with blank screening. I actually have been one of the lucky ones. I haven't had too much issue, but yeah, this is not a good way to start off a video. Okay, I will be right back. Alright, so here we go. We are back online and let's see. Yes, here we go. So we are loaded and ready to go. Let's get rid of all these announcements once again. Again, Memorial Saga, I definitely want to go ahead and check out. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and send all my alliances. Definitely still worth getting these because Levy Stones have become quite important, especially because of the Holy Dragon Grounds. The first thing that I like to do is I like to go into the world, and I think I clicked on the city. Yes, I don't actually do anything in the city anymore, especially when I'm doing kind of like my fast daily kind of jump in and jump out. I don't really see the point of doing any of those content like the rug run and stuff like that, or the Coliseum anymore. So the first thing that I do is I go into the world and I do a quick battle for all the growth. I usually use up just any kind of tickets that I have. Then I go into the battle system and I go ahead and run my Zen Benster. Now the guild battle and the raids, they have been kind of down on and off lately. And as you can see, like this season, I haven't really been focusing on getting anywhere up high. Not only do I not have the tickets, but it's just been really busy. So let's go ahead and actually do a little bit of PvP, shall we? I mean, normally I would probably like go for like the weakest link and just go to like auto battle so that I could kind of get this done and over with. But since we're here, so let's go ahead and do a little bit of PvP so that we could kind of go through what, you know, I would normally do, because the battle system has quite changed and there's some like good parts about it that I really do like, and I want to kind of show you a little bit here. Oh wow, their range is that nice pink color. That's actually, oh, I quite like that. And the bright yellow, oh, that's some really cool dye patterns there. Anyway, so first things first. Oh wait, they are going first with Rara, going choo-choo poo-poo, and there we go, the strike. So it's like a little bit of a stronger attack, a little less than a critical. That's going to take us off auto. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to obviously try to break some stones, but at the same time attack heroes that have a weaker advantage, or disadvantage you might say, to my hero type. So like for example, like metal against water. So let's take out Valentina there with my nice Baraka. Then we're back at Misty and we're going to go ahead and go for range there, because he looks too pretty in pink and my Misty needs to stand out with her nice pink hair or something like that. No, I'm just kidding. Let's just go ahead and break some stones there. Then we're back to Baraka. Probably gonna go here because well, Corgi with the AoE can be a little bit annoying. And then we're back to Misty and we're going to go ahead and attack Corgi again just to try to get him rid of it. Oh, nice double attack there with a Dorka. Now we're back at Dorka. Now I did get her thing through the Get the Red event. I'm not a huge fan of like the attack skill animations. It's kind of like, it kind of makes me dizzy sometimes. And her voice is like, the robotic voice is, it's weird in a non-sexy way, I think. But anyway, so here we go. So we're gonna go ahead and use Raquel and take out Rail because of obviously the advantage fire over nature. And all these advantages and disadvantages actually do play quite a big part in like attacking and being able to land some critical hits versus, you know, missing, well, not I guess missing because you still hit them. But here we go. So now I have to kind of run through their barrages of attacks against my team, and I'm sure that they'll be breaking all my Guardian Stones, and so they'll get, you know, back-to-back turns, especially because there's a defensive type and also a supporter type. Now go, Misty. They're both darkness, so you should do well with your AoE. Boof! Oh, and we landed a critical on one and not the other. But still good. I mean, we're still gonna win this. So let's go and use Baraka to try to take out Shufragan. Nice strikes there. Baraka, like, I actually have been enjoying Baraka a lot more since the update and since I got him a little bit geared up. Let's go and take out range here. Yes, Dorka, nice criticals, my girl. Now we're gonna start off, not start off with a nice push from Raquel, and there we go. So that's kind of like a brief view onto the PvP. Like I said, I haven't really been trying this season on the actual PvP, so I'm kind of on the lower tier. But I hope that kind of gave you an idea of what the PvP kind of looks like nowadays in Exos Heroes. So let's go ahead and move on to our daily. So the next thing that we're gonna go ahead and do is the Holy Dragon Gowns. I mentioned this in this previous video that there is now the quick battle function for the Holy Dragon Grounds, and so you could just click on that, you do that. I do 5 times just to finish off the Let's Get the Red thing. Right now it's the Prometheus, like the robotic version of whatchamacallit, Garth. Yes, how could I forget Garth? He was so cool in the last episode. But I'm not a huge fan again, but you know, just because it's there, I'm gonna go ahead and do it. Next is gonna be the embodiment of avarice. Again, I haven't really focused on gearing all of my heroes yet. I'm still working on it. I still have a bunch of legacy gear in my backpack that I need to get rid of. But there we go. So we're gonna go ahead and auto-complete that real quickly. Then we're gonna go ahead and move on to Uper's Labyrinth. So Uper's Labyrinth still gives a good amount of Zest. It is still probably one of my primary sources of Zest income lately. So I'm gonna go, I usually go like in order from the highest, like level 5 all the way to level 1 to get the completion prize and kind of move over to the next one. Uper's Labyrinth has been pretty easy. Like, it might be me, I'm not sure, but like the criterias have been like progressively getting easier from what I've seen, which is good because then you get, you know, your Zest rewards and your typical rewards. The great thing about Uper's Labyrinth also is that you do have like a little bit of leeway, so if you do like skip a day or two, like you still can make it. But I think that I forgot exactly what the maximum number of days that you can miss, but I think it's like 2 or 3 days and you should be still good to go for the entire completion for the month. So there you go, my heroes are going, and it is rare out today, so we're gonna go ahead and attack her, and Bathory should probably finish her off even with the disadvantage there. Yep. Poof. Nice critical. So we have done with Uper's Labyrinth today. We're gonna go ahead and click the Zest rewards and get out of there. Now the next thing that we're gonna go ahead and do is the Infinity Core. Basically what I do right now is also just do the Suggest and Battle Start when I'm on my lazy days. Now when I'm actually like have time to play the actual game, then I will go ahead and butt my teams. Like right now it actually turned out pretty good because we have 3 Northbound Frosty teams along with Shufrakin for that extra buff there. And we also have Rude and Jin. I don't know why Jin is there in his swimsuit all of a sudden. But anyway, so this should be an easy win on the level 1. But normally I would go ahead and if I pick out a good team, just pick out what stage I'm going to try to out first and go ahead and do that. I do need to do the Infinity Core for the Get the Red mission. That's primarily why I'm doing this on a regular basis. So as I mentioned, the hero battle and side story, I don't do it anymore. If you're still trying to collect clocks in order to do like the nation recruit tickets, you should definitely go ahead and do those. But on my lazy runs, I normally don't go ahead and do that. The next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take Liffy out for a little run on the Exos continent for the exploration. So you do need to do 10 exploration events in order to complete like the daily for the 30 Zest reward. So that's why I'm doing this here. But this is usually the time that I, you know, am focusing on another game that requires manual play instead of like auto. So this is when, you know, Liffy is doing her thing, leading my team, getting all those like nice rewards for like maybe like half a minute, or not half a second, that would be too fast, half a minute or a couple minutes while I do my game on the other games. Once the exploration is done, now it's actually time for the regular 6-part like daily events that the team has to fulfill. I believe there's like 2 battles, 2 stories, and some collection missions. You do want to go ahead and do this so that you could get the rewards for that too. So this is also something that kind of progresses from the exploration so that I can go ahead and continue to do my gaming on my other phone while this is going on. Once that's done, the very last thing that I do on the world map is to collect the floating airship from your alliance members, or your alliance as in like your friends. so that you could go ahead and have those for exchanging them for the Levy Stones at the Air Squadron later on. So now that the world is done, I sometimes if I have like those Exos Pass missions, I'll go ahead and do the pass battle real quickly to get the points, but right now I've already completed it for the season, so I don't really need to do that. Now we're going to go ahead and jump into the airship and do a few things here that we need to do in order to close out for the day. So the first thing that we're going to go ahead and do is go to the summon artifact and do our free summon. So right now we have Heavenly Harmony. I mean, she's okay. She gives mana to the highest attack at the start of battle. It's not bad. I wouldn't really pull for her at the moment. So we're going to go ahead and take our free summon there. Then we're going to go also to the hero recruit and also do our free summon here. Obviously, if they're running an event for premium summons, I'll go ahead and do that. Hinder, I'm kind of contemplating, like, I mean, there's nothing really too special about him. If I was building a Reina, I'd probably do it for the core memory, but not with the amount of sets that I have at the moment. So we're gonna go back out, and after doing the hero recruit, we're gonna go ahead and jump into the Air Squadron in order to check in and do our premium donation. If you wanted to, you could also go ahead and do the other exchange for the the wing token to the Levy Stones and stuff like that too. But I usually like to save those because right now I have quite a bit of Levy Stones, so I'll probably go ahead and donate those later on. Now, one of the last things that we're going to go ahead and do is enhance the equipment. Now, this is like the most annoying part, I might say. I usually clear out 1, 2, 3 stars. Like, I don't use those. I don't want to put them on my heroes. They can be potentially good, but you know, I would prefer to put at least a 5-star, even if it's like a purple grade. It doesn't really matter. So I'm going to show you something real quick. So here's all my equipment. Check out all these legacy equipments that I still have been too lazy to unequip from a lot of my heroes. So I really need to go ahead and take some time to go ahead and get rid of those. But we're here in order to enhance an equipment. Normally what I do on my lazy days is I just pick a random one and that looks, you know, okay in terms of stats and just do like one enhancement. Now on my not so lazy days when I have a little bit more time, I do spend some time to like equip like one character or one hero and enhance the equipment that way in order to fulfill that. So once you've done that, you should be done. So if you go to the diary, you should receive all, and ta-da, you get your 30 daily mission final reward of 30 zest. So you could do that obviously 7 days a week in order to get your 2100 zest for the week, and that's good. If you go to the store, you could also kind of pick this up. I sometimes forget to do this because the rewards is kind of hit and miss. You can get some really nice stuff like die tickets and Levy Stones, so I do recommend trying to pick up this shop once in a while. So let's go ahead and check out the event. So yeah, so it looks like we've been logged in for about 15 minutes. So on my dailies, it took about 15 minutes. Now I did do the Zenbester battle in between on purpose, so that probably took an extra minute or two. But that's it. So that's my Exos Heroes Daily guide there. What I usually do on a normal basis when I'm kind of in a rush and have to just log in for the sake of logging in order to try to not miss a day in between. Especially if you miss a day, obviously the bond that you have in order to get one of those generals is broken, so you don't have to pay a zest to pick it back up. So you do want to at least log in to make sure that you go ahead and do that. On some of the longer days, I take some time in order to equip my heroes, check out a little bit more of the story content, and focus a little bit more on some of the PvP battles. Well, that's it for me today, guys. How does your Exos Heroes Dailies look like? Let me know down in the comments below. And if you like random gaming content, especially on Gacha games, please consider leaving a like and subscribing. I post every Wednesday and weekends. Thank you all so much for watching. Stay safe and take care.